Hello, I am Robin, and this is Garden Extra. I have to walk out to the greenhouse to take some peppers out there and spread it in the house. Last I spoke with you, I was going to work on this. And I did. It turned out nice. Spending $0 with things I already had. So there's a nice entryway and a hose block. Weather's been really warm. Got my flowering cherry tree in the ground and some herbs. Got that garden cleaned up. This one grew in. Oh, get the hammocks out. The hanging chair. My summertime things. A sea of forget-me-nots. I got the little pond extra things out. This garden I haven't worked on very much, but thankfully it doesn't need that much work. This side there's also a sea of forget-me-nots. I do have a little weeding to do in there. Thankfully, just a little. Been working back here. Brassicas. Flowers. What did I plant there? Seashell cosmos. Seeded. Direct seeded. My winter crops are going to seed. And I harvested broccoli. I ate it for dinner last night. With some chicken. Let's see. Planted some onions. Still have a lot of work to do. But you know what? I've done more work than I have to do. Oh, and look at this shrub over here. Hold on. King of the mountain. They have purchased the wood to connect these poles on top so that they're not leaning into each other with the tarp on it. Project just keeps getting pushed off. Here's the almond bush. Look how pretty that is. So the forget-me-nots in the almond bush, that's what I go for this time of year. That's what makes me happy. And it, you know, the almond bush doesn't last a long time, but it sure does hit the spot. Planted an elderberry. This is one of the propagations that I did in the early part of winter. And the seedless grape I bought last year, but never got it in the ground. There was a lot of construction going on around here. Goji berries, strawberries, smoke tree, almond bush and grapes, white grapes, blueberries, raspberries, apple trees. There's the wood. I also started building some compost piles with fencing. More forget-me-nots. There we go. I couldn't get it to shrink. Added some shelving for my mess of pots behind the greenhouse too. Forget-me-nots. More forget-me-nots. So I have lots of straw Lots of grass and weeds that I'm digging up. And I had lots of compost. So this is what I'm doing with it. We were talking about berries. I also have strawberries along the garden fence, but we're not going to go there. I haven't been feeling great, so the fact that we're doing anything is remarkable. Worked on this. The reason my eucalyptus got so big last year is because I put it in the ground. And it dug up and went in a pot real well. So we're going to do it again. And the other eucalyptus did really well until I took it out of the chicken coop, which is somewhat heated and has a sunroom. More forget-me-nots. So they self-seed like crazy. And it's like we've been starved of flowers all winter, so they sure do hit the spot. Got the hanging baskets going. So we're just about in the middle of May. Daffodils are done. I got the compost spread out so I can, it was keeping me from finishing my onions. And I have 3 milk jugs coming. 2 more with onions. Well, some of the tulips are still looking good. I left the hose out, but the deck is starting to look tropical. Much better. I found some violets. I remember putting them in here a long time ago, but I didn't know they were still in here. I bought some really pretty flowers for the pond. It looks like the pump quit again. Smacked it on a rock and got it working again. More forget-me-nots. Started planting back here. These are giant sunflowers. And I've got a fence so that the chickens and ducks don't get them. Planted some herbs and some giant sunflowers back there and fenced it off. Hey duckies! Ducky, duck, ducky! Hello! How are the duckies? Ducky nap time. Got my passion flowers outside. And this morning while I was changing the water in my inside vases, the pieces that I cut off of these guys when I brought them out grew roots. Planted one down here, and I have pictures of the roots. Started to do my intro this morning, and my voice is just tired and icky, so I did a new one. We'll skip this morning. The passion flowers are back here on the shelf. The sun is not too intense on the back, and I don't want to put them up too high. I think they'll be fine there. Got some of this dark colored basil. There's 3 in a pot. So I divided them instead of planting them all together.